I finally made it to Topkapı Palace. I bought a ticket for the palace and the harem. It is high season, so the ticket prices are the highest. After heading through the gate of salutation, I decided to hit the palace kitchens first. These are a collection of dinner sets that were given to the Sultan from different countries. This set came from Poland, and this one came from Germany. I moved on to the tinning atelier, or workshop, where the items on display are from the Ottoman era. Whatever this guy was making looks a little bland. The gardens and courtyards of Topkapı are gorgeous, and there are 4 in total. The library of Sultan Ahmed III, who reigned from 1703 to 1730, was built for the benefit of the members of the inner palace. I was totally enraptured by this room and didn't want to leave. The Sultan paid for it from his own funds, and the books were not allowed to be removed from the building. The library ceiling was just as magnificent as most of the domed ceilings in Turkey, and I have a slight obsession with them. It was a busy day at Topkapı, and I spent the time marveling at the buildings whilst I waited in the queues. After checking out a few historical artifacts that we weren't allowed to film, I headed to a couple of beautiful pavilions next. Firstly, the Yerevan Pavilion, which served as a 40-day religious retreat and housed the throne of Sultan Ahmed I. And then the Baghdad Pavilion, which was built to commemorate the Baghdad campaign of Murad IV after 1638, and had an amazing domed ceiling. The gardens in Courtyard 3 were exquisite, as was this fountain surrounded by more beautiful buildings. The birds enjoyed this one immensely, as the day was a little warm. Courtyard 4 included the Garden of Lions and an amazing view out over the Bosphorus. Next, it was time to head into the Sultan's Harem, the private residence of the family that was forbidden to the public. It was the living quarters of the Sultan, his mother, wives, children, and siblings, as well as the maids and black eunuchs who guarded it. The 2-story masjid, or mosque, lies alongside the dormitories where the soldiers and servants lived, and was covered with plaster imitating the pattern of a stone and brick wall. This lot look like they're having a good time. It was time to head up to the family section of the harem, but I popped into the music school first and through the mosque of the black eunuchs. Then, through the Harem portal, the main entrance to the palace harem. The Imperial Hall was truly magnificent and was used as the Sultan's ceremonial and reception hall. Weddings and birth ceremonies were held here, and is crowned by the largest dome in Topkapı Palace. And you know that I love a good dome. This room was truly spectacular. The privy chamber of Sultan Murad III was built in 1579 by Mimar Sinan and is an example of classical Ottoman architecture. It has been used as both the Sultan's private apartment and his reception hall. A quick through the masjid of the harem, built for the mothers, wives, daughters, and senior women, and then out into the paved courtyard of the Sultan's mother. Soon it was time to say goodbye to Topkapı Palace and head home. Thank you for watching.